Welcome back. I don't know why we don't have commercials. No, what from our sponsors. All right.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, people. Like Jamie said up top, this week's mini segment is all about wish lists. And in this mini segment, we discuss movies and TVs and anything else that's related to the episode's theme that we want to see made. And this week, we're doing our holiday movie wish list. So movies about holidays that we want to see made.
Yeah, so you know how like this was Mardi Gras. There's not a whole bunch of Mardi Gras movies out there.
No.
What other holidays do we want to see that there's not a bunch of movies out there for?
Exactly. All right, so I am going to start it off with one that I don't think you chose. All right, go ahead.
So one of the holidays that I think they need to make a movie out of.
I'm coming up there. Sorry, go ahead.
One of the holidays that I wish there was movies about is Diwali, the Indian holiday. So I feel like Mindy Kaling should do a Diwali movie set in America. I'm sure there's like plenty of Diwali movies in India. I know they have Bollywood and it's a huge film industry over there. But in America, we don't have that. And it's such a beautiful holiday and celebration. And she puts that holiday in a lot of the things that she works on. Like she brings it up in The Office. She brings it up in Never Have I Ever. Like I think that would be such a beautiful movie to see like an American Indian celebrating Diwali in America.
You could also do like a ancient epic about the actual like story of Diwali.
Yeah, the origins of it.
Yeah. So like you could go both ways with that. You could do a lot with that.
For sure.
I feel like that's really cool. Yeah, I agree. That would be a great one. My first one is actually a really, really big holiday, but I feel like there's not a lot of good movies around it, or at least none that I like. There's a couple of like TV specials, but there's not a lot of good movies.
I think I have the same one.
And that is Thanksgiving.
Yep, I got Thanksgiving down too.
Because like the only movie that I can really think of that's a really good Thanksgiving movie is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's just people trying to get home for Thanksgiving. And there's a bunch of movies about people trying to get home for the holidays, but it's always Christmas.
Yeah.
It's always Christmas or New Year's or like that time. It's never like, this is the one where it's Thanksgiving because that's all about like the family getting down for one meal right then. And that's such a great film. We need more films like that. I'm surprised there's not more films about like the first Thanksgiving. I know,
problematic,
but you can still tell that story as long as you tell it well and, with respect. I think that, again, it can be a like period piece. It can be kind of like an epic. You can make it a drama. You can do a lot with it. You can do more feel good family films that like are centered around Thanksgiving. Like I said, rather than Christmas. Christmas has enough films. Lifetime Network has made enough films about Christmas for a lifetime. Dun-dun-chish.
They all have the same storyline too on Lifetime, but that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other episode.
Yeah, I agree that they need more Thanksgiving movies. Like we have Christmas movies and we have Halloween movies. Why is Thanksgiving left out? It's the middle child.
It really is.
It really is. Like you could do so much. It's a family get together. There's like debates on the food. There's debates on like football. You got parades and dog shows, pre-dinner activities, post-dinner activities. So much happens on Thanksgiving that there's just an unlimited amount of movies that you can make about it. The walk that the cousins take, turn that into like a crazy walk that they take after dinner.
The walk that the cousins take?
You don't have to say what you're going to say, Derek. I know what they're going to do. That's why I think it would be a really fun movie.
Yes. That would be like a Harold and Kumar kind of thing where like they're just supposed to be gone for 10 minutes and then they're gone for a couple hours. It could be all in real time. That'd be cool. Yeah. And like no one realizes they're gone. So they show up like tattered, torn, bloodied, burnt, whatever. And just like everyone's like, what the hell? That'd be great.
That'd be such a fun movie. Make it. Somebody make it. Or copyright.
We're going to make it. We'll make it. TM. Because I had just thought of the best line. Like they all come in just like beaten, broken, bloodied, bruised, whatever. But like they walk in, someone like gives a sniff. Is like, do I smell marijuana? Like that's the only thing they care about. And then cut to black, directed by Derrik and Jamie. Boom, there it is. TM.
Yes, Thanksgiving 100% needs to be made into a holiday movie. Well, okay, so that was my second one too. So I'll do my last one. You still have two more.
I still have two more, so let me do another one.
All right.
So this one's real quick. I think we need a movie about President's Day. And you just call it President's Day. You get either Roland Emmerich or Michael Bay or them to team up so they can create like an epic action film where the greatest presidents are pulled from history from all time to fight interdimensional threats.
It's like a time travel movie, and they hop back to George Washington, and George Washington's played by like John Cena. And they're
exactly.
Like, we need you to come save the world. He's like, let me put my elephant teeth in.
Yes, you got like him, The Rock. It's basically like the Expendables, but they're all playing presidents. The Expendables meets Bill and Ted's meets presidents.
Who would play Abe Lincoln? Who's a really Adam Driver?
Exactly. Yes, Adam Driver is Abe Lincoln. That's brilliant. I like John Cena as George Washington. George Washington. The Rock's got to play someone. The Rock's got to be in there. Who's The Rock? The Rock can be like, I don't know. Who's someone who like, who's a president you wouldn't think would be like super jacked, but then like is?
FDR.
Like FDR. Yes, FDR. Perfect. Like he like whips the blanket off, stands up from the chair, and is just like, yeah, let's go.
He can be like Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka, where he doesn't get out of bed, and then they're like, we need you, and he's like, I'm up.
That's great. It's gonna be like Iroh from Avatar, where he's like, he's just gonna be like training and just making people think he's still like, he's got Napoleon. He's just like in the Oval Office, just like doing pull-ups, getting jacked, getting ready. But yes, call it President's Day.
That sounds great.
I don't know what the tagline is gonna be, but it's gonna be something great.
All hail the presidents.
This President's Day, all hail to the Chiefs.
That was so good. I like that one. That's an out of the blue one. I wasn't expecting President's Day.
I was just looking through like the list of holidays and like what could be just crazy. I'm like, that would be crazy.
So my last holiday that I feel like they need movies about is St. Patrick's Day. I think that would be such a fun movie. Like, we need a Seth Rogen movie about this holiday. That would be pretty funny. Or to do like the other ones, a origin story of St. Patrick's Day from Ireland.
Yeah. Did you ever see Noah?
No.
Noah, which is directed by Darren Aronofsky, is kind of like a very trippy, weird take on the Bible story of Noah and the ark.
Yeah.
And I feel like something like that with St. Patrick would be really cool. Like kind of like, and in that one, also, what's the other one? The Rock Hercules movie or the Gods of Egypt with Christian Bale and Joel Edgerton. You remember those at all?
I've seen none of these movies.
The last two are ones where it's like, you don't know if like the mystical is like there or not. It's kind of like the Rock Hercules one.
Yeah.
It's not 100% clear if he actually is a demigod or not, or if he's just like a super powerful warrior. And then in the Gods of Egypt one, which is a Moses retelling, you don't know if like God is real or not, or this just natural stuff is happening and Christian Bale's going crazy. So something like that, or just like, you don't know.
I'm picturing St. Patrick's Day, a movie like that where it's hyper realistic, except it's a leprechaun.
I don't think there are leprechauns in. No, I'm not talking about leprechauns. I'm talking about like the actual St. Patrick where he like
Lucky Charms.
God damn it, Jamie, no. Where he like drove the snakes out of Ireland, but like you don't know if that's like something that actually happened to the snakes or like it was God or whatever. That's what I'm getting at, not leprechaun. God damn it.
Yes, I know. They need to do like an origin story on how it became a party holiday too. Like, why is the story of St. Patrick a party holiday?
It's obvious. After they banished all the snakes, that's when the Irish started drinking and didn't stop.
That's what Samuel L. Jackson said. That Samuel L. Jackson needs to be St. Patrick's.
Snakes on an island. Snakes on these planes.
Yes. PLAIN.
Exactly. It's going to be great.
Copyright TM. Samuel, get in touch with us.
I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on these motherfucking green isles.
What's your last holiday?
My last holiday is actually a very similar one, kind of. It's one that's coming up a week from when we're recording this. It's St. Valentine's Day. Well, you can consider almost any rom-com a Valentine's Day movie. That's kind of like saying
Valentine's
that's like
Day,
saying
though.
like all horror could be like a Halloween movie. Yes and no. But one, we do need better rom-coms that are centered around Valentine's Day. Because the one that we have, the main one that we have, Valentine's Day, that is a piece of trash fire that should not be watched by anyone. And anyone who does enjoy it, you're a bad human being. And you should feel bad. And I'm not joking about this. That's a terrible movie. That's such a bad movie. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about we need good rom-coms like, I don't know, what are some good rom-coms? Like The Lovebird, The Big Sick.
Always Be My Maybe is a great one. Yes, we need Valentine's Day centered rom-coms.
Exactly. Or, like you were saying, a period piece about the origin of St. Valentine, which, if those of you who don't know, I haven't brushed up on it recently, but from what I remember, it was
from
basically
Valentine's Day, the movie?
No, it's...
They talk about it there?
No, they do they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like he basically wanted to perform illegal marriages, and there was... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was killed for it. Lots of death in that. I feel like it could be a cool movie that way, too. You could do a rom-com in that.
Tom Hanks could be St. Valentine's.
Boom.
Boom. Perfect. We've already cast all of these movies.
All right.
I think these were good movies. We only had one common one.
That was pretty good. I was kind of worried about that. Actually, I wasn't worried about that.